Doing this grant proposal assignment, I learned um, through writing a grant that a flagship program, if you will, is much more difficult than writing a grant for a program that's already been established. Um, I also learned that it is very difficult to write any kind of grant with no experience for a flagship nonprofit organization, um, primarily because there isn't a lot of there are no precedents, or there's no existing information to sort of help build the program. You're really relying on research or examples of models of the program that you're looking to implement. And so I learned that it is a bit easier to, or it feels like it would be a bit easier to write a grant for an established nonprofit organization as opposed to a first year flagship nonprofit organization. So I worked with my nonprofit organization probably since I first identified them at the end of October, L Mentoring. Um, we met, I want to say we met 5 or 6 times just to sort of talk through and discuss what the program would look like. And just in terms of, just the elements of the program um, that the organization was looking to implement. Um, I did have some communication challenges in that the ED of the program, this is her first attempt at, or this is her first nonprofit organization, and her first grant. Um, well, I don't know that it was necessarily her first grant opportunity or grant that she's applied for, but what I can say is that she did not spend enough pre-planning time to really iron out what uh, the the um, the elevation boot camp would actually look like programmatically. So a lot of the work that I did was really, starting from scratch and literally building the program the best that I could from the bottom up. And in the times that she and I couldn't meet, or she wasn't available, or there were even instances where she didn't necessarily have answers to the questions that I asked. And so, me as sort of the grant writer or proposal writer, I felt charged to, sort of take it a step further and to think through, some of the questions that I had posed to her that she couldn't answer. The next time I write a grant proposal, one of the things that I would do differently is solicit advice and suggestions just in terms of thinking out some of the goals and objectives, maybe some of the evaluation tools. I would also consider not writing a grant for a recently established nonprofit, just because starting from scratch, just sort of building everything from the budget to, just every facet of the program without any prior programmatic or capacity or any other competencies otherwise in the establishment of a business. I was essentially building the model from scratch. And so I think that moving forward in my next grant opportunity, I would either like to collaborate and bring on more people as like a think tank or some kind of collaborative to generate more ideas, or maybe partner with a nonprofit that is maybe still young but a little more established, maybe 2 or 3 years in,